Hallo und willkommen. Today we'll get to know the German definite article, or in other words, the German equivalent of the. While the English definite article has just a single form, its German counterpart has 16. However, this table becomes less scary once you realize that many of them are identical. Furthermore, we will only look at its first row for now. This row contains the nominative forms of the definite article. The nominative is one of German's 4 cases. Cases are word forms that tell us which role a word plays in the sentence. In German, they are usually shown by the article. The role indicated by the nominative case is that of the subject. The subject is the person or thing in the sentence that carries out the action expressed by the verb. Therefore, you can equate the subject to the agent. Let's look at it in one example for each gender. Der Tisch ist groß. The table is big. Here, the table is what is doing the being, and therefore the subject, and therefore in the nominative case. Additionally, it is masculine. It might be surprising, but in German, inanimate objects can not only be neuter, but also masculine or feminine. The noun die Flasche in the next example, for instance, is feminine. Die Flasche ist leer. The bottle is empty. And finally, we have an example where the German noun is neuter. Das Auto kommt. The car is coming. Luckily, all nouns have the same article in the plural, die. So we get die Tische, die Flaschen, and die Autos. If we compare the nominative forms of the definite article to the personal pronouns, we see the masculine, feminine, neuter, and plural pronouns each correspond to one of the articles. This correspondence is also evident in their endings. Der, er, die, sie, das, es, and again, die, sie. As in English, we can substitute nouns for personal pronouns. However, since objects get the personal pronoun it in English, but either er, sie, or es in German, the word it can have multiple translations. Note that the forms of the verbs are the same as those you would expect after their corresponding personal pronoun. Since er, sie, es all share the same verb form, so do masculine, feminine, and neuter nouns. However, just like the plural sie needs plural verb forms, so do plural nouns preceded by the plural die. Die Tische sind groß. The tables are big. Sie sind groß. They are big. Die Flaschen sind leer. The bottles are empty. Sie sind leer. They are empty. Die Autos kommen. The cars are coming. Sie kommen. They are coming. With that, we have learned what we need to know about the definite article so far and integrated it with the earlier topics of personal pronouns and conjugation. Next time, we'll add the indefinite article ein, eine, ein. So hit subscribe and see you soon.